Hey there, Samuel Middlebrook from Redhawk Firearm Training, also the Director of Training at the Range in Yakima, Washington. Wanted to tell you about this. This is my Springfield Operator. There's nothing in the magazine well. There's also nothing in the chamber. This gun has 2,148 rounds through it. Had it for a couple of weeks and put it through its paces. In the very beginning, when I first shot it, there were a handful of expected malfunctions with a brand new gun, especially a 1911 that hasn't been, sent to the gunsmith for a once over. At the few hundred round mark, the gunsmith here at our shop did put some aluminum polish on the frame and rails of the slide to work that in just a little bit. Other than that, done nothing to it except for regular maintenance and cleaning. The Operator is available in 45 and in 9mm. I chose the 9mm model. And the first thing that struck me about this firearm, these grips are absolutely outstanding. They have just enough grip to them, grippiness to them, to really seal the handgun well into my hands as I am shooting. I actually really like having this smooth front strap. Saves the hands a little bit. The rear back strap is nice and checkered in a really cool fashion. The safety from the get-go has been very easy to use, but not so easy that it accidentally bumps off throughout the day. Trigger from the factory is pretty fantastic. The way it works is that there is just a little bit of take up. I mean, just a little bit of take up. And once the shot is fired, your reset looks like this. I mean, it's just barely there. I would not want a trigger that had no travel at all. I do want to have that little bit of take up in there. The sights from the factory are fantastic. The front sight is a tritium night sight. The rear sights are not. So at night, I actually really like having the blacked out rear with the lighted front. And obviously, front sights have a very cool, iron sights have a really cool advantage at night because as I turn on my weapon light, I see a fantastic sight picture. The rail is really well done. Really grateful for that. I am a huge proponent of weapon lights, and so having mine on my 1911 is very handy. I'm currently running it in a Filster Floodlight Generation 1 holster and have had zero issues there. Cleaning and maintenance, I've discovered no issues whatsoever. I'm just over 2,000 rounds into 2 weeks of owning it, and I now carry this gun. I have taught classes with it, and I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier. If you're looking for a 1911 in 9mm, I strongly recommend that you give this a solid look. There are some things that I probably will do to it over time, not in terms of changing out stuff, but just having a gunsmith perhaps look at the trigger and also make sure that the magazines are tuned well for this gun. I could not be happier. Seriously, could not be happier with this gun. I will show you some recoil that really doesn't exist in this gun. I probably put it in the video earlier, but I'm gonna show it to you again right now. Watch this thing shoot. So as you can see, there are some, I believe, mechanical advantages to the 1911 firearm. Recoil really doesn't exist, especially in 9mm. If you know how to grip one properly, the recoil is virtually non-existent, keeping my front sight on target to the point where I might not even get this thing milled out for a red dot. And I've been a red dot shooter for years, a strong believer in them, still am. But this gun stays so flat in recoil that I can track my front sight. In fact, I'm going to show you the recoil again, and as you watch this in real time, you can also watch the front sight travel and return because it stays so flat. And speaking of sights, another nice thing about this firearm is the rear sights that came with it are notched in the front, so that should you need to apply a one-handed rack against a holster or another hard object in an emergency situation, you can do that easily with the shelf that's right here. If you're looking for a very usable, very easy to shoot, and very reliable 1911, strongly recommend Springfield Operator 1911. Check it out.